La la la. Leonie Dawson refuses to be categorized. Be categorized. Be categorized. Hello, my precious humans. Hello, hello. What's new, kittens? I am driving myself to the osteopath. Sweet, sweet Sophie. If you live in Noosa region, I highly, highly recommend Dr. Sophie Toland from the Homebody Clinic. She's just an exceptional osteopath. And osteopaths, if you're not aware, are doctors that manipulate your bones and joints and things like that. So if you've got pain, physical pain, they fix that shit. And it's pretty amazing. And so an osteopath is a really important part of my self-care plan as somebody who has hypermobility and has a lot of neck and back issues on the regular. So I'm so looking forward to seeing her. I've been in pain for a couple of weeks now. I've been to see her a couple of times and she's given some relief every time I've gone, but I need to have some more sessions with her to fix this particular issue because it just seems to be pretty a complicated one, just a little bit more complex. Anyway, I'm thrilled to be able to go and see her. I'm in the midst of school holidayness, really. If I seem a little bit like, it's only just because of the headache. If I seem a little bit fuzzy, I'm still here. I'm just wading through the fuzz. I'm really grateful that we've gotten to have this school holiday time. It's been good. We went away to what's this truck doing? He seems to be taking a long ass time. I think he's busted one of his tires. Oh, bless him. Anyway, we went away to the River House, which is the holiday house on the canals that we've gone to a couple of times before, and it was a little bit odd. Like, there was some moments that were really beautiful, but the vibe was just a bit off as well. I don't know what was going on. I guess it kind of started to last week when I went to see Sophie. Bless her sweet human soul. She was like, "Oh, your doctor passed away." And I was like, "What? No. What? No, he didn't. No, he didn't." And I just got so cross and in denial about it. Very sweet, beloved family doctor suddenly passed away, and he was just a little bit older than my husband and just the loveliest man, and it was completely sudden and really shit, and I still want to cry when I think about it. He was just a genuinely kind person, and when we moved here 5 odd years ago, we had a really hard time trying to find a good doctor, and we weren't looking for like anyone super special. Just like a run-of-the-mill, just general practitioner. They don't have to be a hippie. They don't have to be whatever. Just a stock standard one. And we went through a few. Like, we went through 3 that was so rude and ambivalent and like freaking mean. It was genuinely odd. I couldn't believe it. I've never had such bad luck with doctors. And then by chance ended up with Dr. Geldman, and he was just a happy golden retriever of a man, and he made every patient feel special, and he was always just genuinely happy to see you all the time. And every time I'd go in, he'd ask about my husband, and he'd ask how the kids were going and how the school was going and all that kind of stuff. And my husband went to see him as well, and it just like he was just a part of our support team, like he just cared, and we cared about him. And it's just it's really shit. It's really, really shit, and I feel really sad for his family and the clinic he works at, because I think he's just one of those people that just lights up everywhere he goes, just lights up all the people around him. So I feel really grateful that we got to have 5 years of him. And I'm just, I still can't even cope with the idea of having to go find another doctor. Jesus Christ. So that was a bit of a big way to start the holiday. And then one of my husband's parents had a fall while we were away as well and was hospitalised for 5 days. And luckily we were right near the hospital that person was hospitalised to. So we could visit, but it was just fucking strange. It was just strange vibes all around, and my eldest daughter got really unwell, so I was up with her while she hurled her guts up everywhere on a holiday night. It was just like, oh Jesus Christ, what else can go wrong? I'm very grateful for, by the end of the holiday, the sun had came out and the gale force winds somewhat died down. We just got some peaceful couple of days just laying in the sun and looking at the water and trying to slowly piece ourselves back together. So big stuff. Chris's parent is now home and recovering, and which is good, but it's just falls when you have elderly parents are just really they make you feel very vulnerable inside, and it's big stuff all around. What else? You know what I have been loving though? We started watching the New Zealand version of Taskmaster. So I love the UK, the original version of Taskmaster. Obsessed with that. We've watched all of the seasons. I think they're up to season 14 or something now. Freaking love it. Adore. And then when it was brought to Australia, we tried watching one episode and did not find it funny whatsoever. And we're like, and I don't know if it's just because it was our own country and there's your own cultural cringe towards it. But I was like, no, I don't want them to ruin Taskmaster for me. And then me and my kids were watching TikTok one night together, and we came across New Zealand Taskmaster, and they had a bunch of really great comedians on there, like Bubba and Ray O'Leary and Di Hardwood. And I'm just laughing, just thinking about them. Anyway, it's season 4 of Taskmaster New Zealand. They freaking nailed it. Honestly, it was such a good bunch of characters. Paul, who is the Alex Horn of the show, is a brilliantly quirky character, and I adored him, and I just thought the whole show was brilliant. So probably one of the best seasons of Taskmaster ever, and that is a high praise considering how much I love Taskmaster. And now we get to go back through the other 3 seasons of Taskmaster New Zealand and see how delightful they are. We've also because we've been watching as a family, and then we discuss, and my kids and I, we all like to come up with quirky questions for each other. And so my youngest said, if you were going to be one of the contestants from Taskmaster New Zealand, who would you be? And I think I would be the love child of Di Harwood and Ray O'Leary. I am just the perfect combination of awkward and golden retriever. Perfect. I love it. It's the bomb. So if you are American or have no fucking idea what I'm talking about, totally fine, but you should watch it. It's a gold. Apparently Taskmaster UK's got a new season out as well, which I am thrilled to hear. Bubba was freaking hilarious on the New Zealand show as well. She was 10 out of 10. So that's a real high spot. I love when I've just got a little high spot, and that high spot is a TV show. We also just finished the Great Pottery Throwdown, the latest season. Beautiful as always. That show is 10 out of 10. If you like the Great British Bake Off, the Great Pottery Showdown is, I think, even better. I also love Portrait Artist of the Year and Landscape Artist of the Year, but I think I love the Great Pottery Throwdown even more, especially for the judges. These two big, beautiful men, one of which, Keith, who cries at beauty constantly, and I think it's a fucking work of art and so healing to toxic masculinity and all that stuff. So Great Pottery Throwdown, highly recommend also. We have had some little fun times as well as a family. We went glow in the dark 10-pin bowling, which was good fun. Loved that. If you haven't tried it out and you're in the Sunshine Coast area, it's called Spinners Bar and Bowling, and I think it's more of like a nightlife scene, but if you go to it during the day, they have all the lights off still and it's all still glow in the dark, and it's still kind of just hilarious. And we really enjoyed ourselves. It is not a professional... Oh, excuse me. How dare thee? Somebody just cut in front. How dare thee? I love how I get all Shakespearean when somebody annoys me on the road. I've quite forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, that is the power of Shakespeare, isn't it? Moving through oneself. Okay, 10-pin bowling. Yeah, 10-pin bowling. That was super fun. I also got to take my family to my favorite restaurant that I usually go to with friends, and they hadn't been there yet. And so it was really lovely to take Chris there, especially, and the girls, and Chris loved it just as much as I did. It's called Spiro's Greek restaurant, and it's in the Mooloolaba Wharf. Phenom, delicious, incredible. And my teenager thought it was incredible as well. My 9-year-old thought it was the worst thing that she'd ever been to because they did not have chicken nuggets and chips on the menu. That's fine. She had a bowl of noodles when we got home. And she gave it 0 out of 5 stars, but that's fine. We were there for her. As I explained to her, sweetheart, sometimes we go to places that we don't really want to go to, but we do because we know that you'll enjoy it, and in return we're going to this nice restaurant. So that has been some of the highlights for me thus far, I think, in these holidays. I'm just keeping on rolling with the things and trying to be a non-deranged school holiday parent. Yes. All right, I'm off to the osteopath. I love you all. Thinking of you all. You're nailing this. You got this, even when things are hard. You got this. All right, big hugs. Bye.